to walking into the ring, being introduced, and firing away. Big shot early.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Cousins now. And this one held in by Rudolph. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Stafford. Flushed out right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And it goes down. The defensive end, Daniil Hunter, drops him.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass, followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. 3rd and long, it's Stafford. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. So they will go for it. Stafford. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Heck of a 4th and short conversion. They end up getting north of 20 yards. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 46. That's right. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point, and we are tied at 7.
To kick off for Detroit.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. Return TD is 98 yards in length, and the Vikings have taken the lead.
Dan Bailey lining
Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a two-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On first down, Stafford here. Looking, this is caught at the 20. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory.
To Marvin Jones.
It's a big play there for the Lions. And even 40 yards. To the ball down to the 16 here for first and 10. Stafford throwing quickly, complete out wide, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit.
Number 19.
Kenny Galladay with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And we are tied at 14. Now Abdullah, the return. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
On second down, Cook. Only a couple there. It's going to be brought down about the 28.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A gain of 2 on the play. Brings up third and 4.
Cousins. Complete. Jefferson the target. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
A gain of 3. It's fourth down.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. These two teams all tied after one. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. They run again on first down. Cook. He's got the first down and more past midfield.
You got to love it, baby.
Vikings. Dalvin Cook with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Vikings are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20.
at their own 19.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Faking the give to Johnson. Now it's Stafford. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Able to find a lot of empty space there. Picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Detroit.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Kerryon Johnson. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 35-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Stafford flush to his right. He finds his man Johnson. And he goes out right around the 39. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The kicker here, it's complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
2nd and 10, Stafford again. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone came around the lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop.
On the carry.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
We'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. 3rd and 2, Stafford. And they'll find Galladay. That's complete. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Prater for the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And able to get this out to the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. They kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Fourth down.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A good pickup there, a 22. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the Pro Bowler, was his intended target. And that'll bring up second down. From the gun, a run for Johnson. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Throwing on third down, Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
So number 19.
Make that now 3 first-half touchdown passes for Matthew Stafford. And the Lions have broken our tie as they take the lead. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game.
Lions 28, Vikings 21.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now Abdullah will return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
On first and 10, Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A really nice gain of 25 yards. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Cousins gives way to Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. Finding room to the 20. Not into the end end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And it'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And the third quarter will start with a touchback as that one lands in the end zone. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about...
This is caught inside the 15. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jason Huntley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are going to jump back in front. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Makes the score Lions 35, Vikings 29.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. They run. Cook. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brought him down. A 7-yard pickup.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. Into the hands of Thielen, complete. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Cousins. And this one complete to Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Irv Smith Jr., his first touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have tied it. They can grab the lead with a PAT. Bailey got the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the 3rd. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the 3rd quarter. Now they relinquish that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? Or maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there.
And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
8 and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Throwing again. Stafford. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. The rookie Jeff Gladney picks it. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Well, why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back. Plays like that, the rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. A second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he'll get inside the 10, but he's short of the line he needed. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down. They'll run for it. Cook. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. He's listening in on the call. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. And some room to maneuver. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
A gain of 14. First down, Detroit.
A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard at the 31-yard line.
On second down, Johnson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
On 3rd and 2, Stafford looking downfield for, and that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line.
To Marvin Jones.
A big play there for Detroit. 47 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stafford. Bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. There to knock that one away defensively, Eric Kendricks.
Makes it second.
But we saw that he had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. Galladay's got it, and the Lions have a touchdown.
To Kenny Galladay.
Kenny Galladay there to make the grab. And the Lions are once again going to retake the lead. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2. They'll try and run forward with Johnson. And that'll hurt the average a bit, as this time they're able to get him behind the line. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. If they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive under the last drive. They were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay.
And got his man complete. And he will finally be taken down, but how about that play? It's a big one on the final act of the 3rd quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll run with Cook. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
The ball carrier.
On 2nd and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone.
A gain of 3. Brings up 2nd and goal.
Throwing is Cousins. The quick slant caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Cook. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Loss of a yard.
That was a huge play on 3rd down, so now what? Do you go for it? Do you trust your offense? Or do you want to put on your defense to try and get the ball back? Me? I'm going for it right here.
Cousins to throw for it on 4th. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kirk Cousins with 3 touchdown passes now in the afternoon. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the 4th quarter. So now here are the Vikings faced with a big 2-point conversion attempt. Cook, they'll try and run it. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will not get there. He comes up short. And they're unable to push this lead to a field goal as it'll remain a 1-point game. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Screenplay, Johnson. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35.
Johnson.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. He's going to look deep down the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. From the gun, Stafford. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5.
For Detroit.
After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. Now Abdul will return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at about the 32. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Deshaun Hand. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Well behind the sticks here with a 2nd and 18. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. They run it again with Cook, and he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the fourth down.
A 2-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Fourth down, Cousins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
Again, it's Cook. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
On the play.
To throw is Cousins.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Going to be second down.
Speed is the name of the game when it comes to RPOs, and sometimes you can be a little too quick, thus inaccurate, incomplete.
Now Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Justin Jefferson, the rookie, his intended receiver. And that takes us from second to third down.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Decent gain on the scramble is 6, but now it's 4th. And down by 5, they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here's Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game.
Goal at the 7-yard line.
Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Cousins to throw. He's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Now Cousins going to bring his guys up for the 2-point try. They'll try and run it. And he'll get into the end zone. So now a field goal would only tie as they up their lead to 3.
Lions 47.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
Going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for the Vikings, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they will be back home next week for a date with Washington. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
That's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way a little bit. I can't hear the hate, got a lot of it. Take these bands to the bank, let them rot in it. So much ice on me, I wish I had 2 necks. I got homies that can sleep without 2. I got homies that can sleep without Gucci and Chanel, I got a lot of it. Walk up in the spot like, hey, what poppin' in? Come pop it for me, cause I'm rich and poppin' in. Yeah, drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. She gon' put it on me, that's a lot of it. 4 coops, 4 seasons, drop the top of it. Bust down, but my wrist, time to talk a lot of shit. I got both my girls head to toe designer. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. West LA, that where you find me though. Cha-cha matcha with it, rocking black clothes. Whip around that Batmobile, ducking 5-0. If you step to me, then be prepared for smoke, little bro. Let me blow this down a little bit. Drip, little bit. Let me feel myself a little bit. Little bit. You ain't talking big. Get out my way, little bit. Another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear it when the crowd screams. Still ballin' like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eat blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like. You know, I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1, number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, gotta know juice to end the drought. Yeah. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah. I feel the way my heart all on my sleeve. That's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Come for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drip. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the stones they threw. Anything that you could do, I could do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here.